guess even kings get scared, huh?
Sequence touchdown.
And you got what?
9 and 8. That's not crazy.
Swift on Pro Bowl this year. Lock it in.
Zone touchdown, Detroit Lions.
8 flowers for a third round pick.
No.
You're tripping.
The gut punches will stop.
Randy there. Red, that wasn't good. I thought we were going to start clapping or something. Oh my goodness, he glitched out. Alright, let me get the beats going until he gets back. Chat! We here! I'll hold down the intro, Red. I don't know if you can see me or not, but you're loading, so you might have to reload yourself in. But we here, we live. I'll save the normal intro for Red when he hops back in, man. But, hey man, last second dose. Thursday. I don't know what else to say. He does this usually, but we're ready to go, man. Chat, how we doing? Now we're getting in here early. We had to move back 5 minutes. I had to put the thumbnails on. Kind of forgot about doing that. We were working on these 53s. So, but we're here. That's all that matters. What up, though, JT? Popping in before I head off to work. Good to see you, Charles. Tyler. Tyler Jack. Oh, you spelled Tyler with an AR. Okay, I see you. Dose and Rad. Got to have a podcast together. They're good together. You know what? We were actually talking about this. We'll see if that becomes a thing or not. Sorry, I got the whack camera on today, so yeah, it don't look that good, but it's all good. You know what? It's better than me not showing anything. Okay, here's Rad. Boom.
Oh,
Rad, what's up, man? Give us the intro, man.
man, you know I got that Family Dollar internet right now. Things has been bad, but what's happening? Welcome back, baby. Welcome me back. I'm back. And Dose of Dorsey's back. It's last second dose where we doing the most. I gotta get my internet fixed, but it's okay. We in there pumping and jumping today. What's happening? Dose, what's the dilly, man? What's the dilly?
What's good, Rad? It's popping, man. You know, since what, Monday? Oh, today is Monday, actually. Well, wait, what is today? Thursday or Monday? I said it's Thursday. So
Tuesday.
today's
No,
Tuesday.
Monday. No,
Oh, I'm
it's
sorry,
Monday.
chat. I said it was Thursday. Wow, that's wild. But you know, the schedule is leaking this week. I was confident when I said that too. The schedule's leaking this week, man. So that's exciting. Rookie minicamp, boom, May 12th. That's exciting. I don't know what else, but other things will probably happen. Oh, rookies are signing contracts. We got 2 of those that I saw happen today. We'll discuss those, but they don't. You know, we were expecting them. But anyways, it's popping, man. We're going through this. We're working to the season. I'm ready for Hard Knocks. Now I saw people talking about the USFL. Have you watched any of that?
I have not.
No. They were saying
Have you?
I have watched. We watched the first game, and I've seen very little bit after that. But they said that the Michigan Panthers missed a 21-yard field goal. Now I gotta believe that's from like the 2-yard line, right? I mean that's 21-yard field goal. That's like right from the goal line, right? So even as a 21-yard field goal, they lost by 1.
That's not true. I think it was a typo. They meant to hit a 41.
That, you know what? And you know, I hope it was, because I read online that they didn't have a kicker on their roster, which is kind of wild. They're like, oh, they had a punter but not a kicker. But you still try to kick it. That's kind of
makes sense. If you don't have a kicker, then yeah, it's a good chance you're gonna miss a 21-yard field goal.
Wow, that's unfortunate, man. That's unfortunate. Let me check out the chat real quick before we get this thing rolling. We got Chris. Chris was blowing up the chat early. What's going on, Chris? What does that say? Boyovich? I don't know. Let's get this party going. Black Ninja. What's going on, Black Ninja? Ooh. Okay. Dan's in the building. Spiffy. Panthers is Buns. Okay. Paul. High Dose and Rad from San Jose, California. That kicker for the Panthers is bad. Okay, there we go. Rodriguez will be a stud. We can talk a little bit about Rodriguez today. Still blows my mind
Oh,
that
yeah.
he had 36 bench rest reps, Rad. Still insane that he did that. Guy at 220.
He's a
Gosh.
short, stocky. He's short and stocky, man. You know
He's a
what I'm
little
saying?
tank, man. It's nuts.
A little good football player right there. We snagged in the 5th. Nice little steal. He's gonna
That's
be a
Rad's
starter.
boy. Yeah, he won't start, but that's Rad's
6, he'll
boy.
be starting week 6.
All right, Tyler Jackson again. Okay. Now, Rad, I don't know if you saw any of the. I don't know if you saw any signings. I saw 2 of them that were official today for the Lions for the rookie class. It was Aiden Hutchinson. It was Chase Lucas. Both signing their.
I've seen those.
Okay, did you see any more? Those are the only 2 that I saw. So
Those are the only 2 I've seen so far.
perfect. So those 2 rookies have signed their rookie contracts, but we know it's not really a big. I would say the 7th round one's kind of interesting because I mean they usually get their deal, but I mean that's all it is. I mean we know what the price is going to be, so it's just a set number. It's really nothing that's crazy, but hey, they're signed and it's still exciting. Now you can get that Hutchinson jersey, Red. I know you're getting yours back there. It's going to look good in white. The white jersey.
I haven't committed to getting the Hutchinson jersey, but I do like the fact that we got our number 2 pick already locked down, ready to go. So
yeah,
ain't gonna be no contract issues or nothing like that. Now we need to go and get Jamison locked down.
That was quick. Yeah, Jamison wearing the 89. You gotta love it. So
Very good.
hopefully that is the case. Hopefully he's wearing the 89. That'd be sweet. I'm excited for the rookies. Good to see you guys. Let's go. 1-4. Wow, they're bad. They're 1-4.
You sure about that?
What? No, I'm not sure about that
You
at
sure?
all. Actually, I heard it. I don't know if it's true. I would definitely be down with 89 though. The more I think about it, I could picture that being a pretty sweet number. 89. That's clean. That's like a throwback outside receiver right there. 89. I like that. We all think
don't
about the
like
UDFA
89.
running back. You don't like that? It's kind of a throwback though, no? Hey, remember that receiver? What was it, out of Missouri? He was. Oh, okay, Rad's gone again. That's fine. By the way, there's this receiver out of TCU, man. He's a monster. I've been every time I watch TCU, I always take a little note. I'm like, look at this receiver. He's number 1. I can't think of his name right now. I even took a note on the website. I saw him again today watching Eze, the offensive tackle, which is the next video we're gonna have out. I'm like, dang, this dude's a dog. I'm just saying, we need another receiver next year. No. But anyways, yeah, so today we're going through the 53-man roster when Rad gets back in here. This is our way too early kind of projection. I mean, I wouldn't take it super seriously because we really haven't seen anything. We're still getting through UDFA, so like my man says, what do I think about the UDFA running back? If I gave you an answer right now, I'd be lying to you because I don't know enough. We're going to do each of these players individually. Now, before rookie minicamp starts in a few days, I am going to drop a video where we kind of overview who's in it. But aside from that, I want to break these guys down individually. That way I really have a good feel on them without kind of just like, throwing it out there saying, I like him. I don't know if I like him. Plus, I think it's going to be really tough for a running back to find a way into this Lions roster, if I'm being honest. Giovanni, it's a great question, though. And I do want to check him out because people have been hyped about him. Khalil Pimpleton and Greg Bell have been getting a lot of hype. So I want to check it out. I know it's going to be a tough position to get into. But after seeing what Craig did, Netflix? Come on, man. You already know that he might be something. Who knows? I don't remember where the Toledo running back signed. I thought maybe we'd be interested in him. But anyways, point is, we'll get to those. But this is kind of like an early look at it. It's interesting when you go through it. It's really tough. It's always tough to make a 53. But when you go through and you look at certain positions, kicker, like you look at the safety position, how many defensive linemen the Lions will in with? If you count interior defensive line and edge, the Lions actually had 12 last season. Will they come in with 12 again, or is it going to be less now that they feel more confident kind of in the guys that they have? Where last season they had Kevin Strong. I think, Jason Cornell didn't technically count because he was suspended, but then he came back and then he barely played. So is Jason Cornell now out of the mix? Bruce Hector, is he involved? Like, there's a lot of these names, and I think you also have to decide, well, is he more likely to hit practice squad than this guy, where he could actually be brought back? It's a whole crazy situation. I think your boy Jefferson is on the fridge. I think so too, man. I think he is, especially when we're talking about 53. It's going to be interesting between him and a guy like Godwin to see if they go with the speedy back that we use as the pass catcher. I think for Jefferson, it's all going to come down to the development on third down, how useful they feel like he can be in pass protection at least. I don't think, hands are going to be a big issue there. It's okay. It was not a very big part of his game coming out of college, but it's more about, can I trust you in pass protection? As long as they can trust, he should make it over Godwin. I would keep him over Godwin. There's no way in heck I'd keep Godwin over him. But if you're talking about who's more likely to hit practice squad, I would think Godwin would be more likely to hit your practice squad. But Godwin did play well when he wasn't fumbling, so it'll be really interesting. All right, Ram. Is there anything you want to hit on before we get into this? I haven't really had any schedule leaks, so I don't really have much to get into there that's official.
I just hope we get a couple primetime games.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping for that, because I want the world to see that we are for real this year. The disrespect will end.
Yeah.
Then I thought before I cut out, you was talking about Jameson wearing number 89.
For sure.
I'm not really feeling that.
Yeah, you're feeling that.
No, he needs to rock a single digit. You know what I'm saying? Them gangsters rock them single digits. So I like to see Jameson in a single digit. I'm just circling back.
Okay.
Before I cut out.
All right. No, I like that. Yeah, so the schedule leaks they have out there now that I'm seeing is that Minnesota Saints is a game. I guess we know about the week 2 primetime games. Minnesota playing, who is it?
Philadelphia.
And there's another one. They also have a doubleheader that week. Giants and Packers are playing week 5. I mean, none of these really affect it. I'm not going to go through. There's like 5.
Giants get prime time.
I don't know if that's prime time. No, these are... Wait. 9:30 a.m. Unless this is... No, that's Eastern. That means they're overseas, right? That's what that would mean.
9:30 what?
9:30 Eastern? That would mean they're overseas, I would think. I like the overseas games. If I'm not a fan... AM.
Yeah, that's got to be an overseas game.
Yeah, I didn't know the Packers had that. I like those though. That's when you like.
I know.
You don't. I like watching those. You don't like watching those? Not for our team, but for other teams, because it gives you something to watch early in the morning. Whoa, for you it'd be like 6:30 in the morning.
6 a.m. I'm not. I did that a few years back when we played over there.
Yeah.
I definitely woke up at 6, but like, nah, that ain't.
Ooh.
That's not the business. And then you set the alarm to wake up on time, but you really don't get up until like halftime, and it's like, dang, I missed the whole first half of the game. I didn't hear this alarm. No, I'm not feeling them overseas games. We can go play in Mexico if we like. I'm not trying to go to London.
Wow, they do have a Mexico game. We didn't get any of those overseas games this year. You said it. You did the second shortest travel distance. I was going through those. We know the home and away games, but yeah, the divisions. We play NFC East and AFC East. Panthers. That's an away game. That'd be a sweet game to go to. Jets and Giants, I think, are both away as well. Demetrius Taylor, Appalachian State. Watched him. Hey, we do got some bodies now. And you know what's crazy? And I'm not saying like, I'm just saying like in general. Like, this guy, right? He might be a dude. You know, I want to watch all these guys. But then to think like, look at what Bruce Hector was. I mean, honestly, Bruce Hector was legit, and he couldn't even crack like playing time last season.
He was
so. Good. Yeah, he balled out, especially in the preseason. He was balling. So it's going to be really interesting when it comes to how many guys they keep there. Because you feel like, of course, the young guys are locks. But how many do they go with then? Because this is what I was saying before you dipped out. Last year we came in with guys like Kevin Strong on the roster. But now that you have kind of like, you feel like you're locks, do you keep less because you're like, oh no, we know what they're going to bring to the table. You know, there's no Nick Williams now. So last year we came in with 12 edge and defensive linemen combined. This year it could be much less. It's going to be interesting, man. We'll talk about it. Let's get into it. Do you want me to like cover it up or do you just want to show the whole thing? I can put these on separate pages. Here,
let's just show the whole thing.
Okay, I just got rid of mine, so I don't know where. Oh,
great.
Do you want to show yours first, or do you want me to try to?
You're not copying mine either.
I kind of copied yours. There's a lot of similarities, Rad.
I know. There's obviously there's gonna be some because we got some ballers, baby.
We do.
No, we have a solid roster coming into this year, and I'm really excited about it.
Rad, I was trying to tell you, man. If I was telling you, man, if Okuda's that dude, we got a top cornerback unit in the league, no question. No question.
We were talking about that. Now, depth wise, I could agree because I feel like we are pretty deep at corner, but we can't say we have like the best duo. I can't go as far.
Who has the best duo? Who has the best duo? I can't
Miami even Miami has a really good duo, and the Dolphins got a good duo. Who else has a pretty good duo?
Who's the Dolphins duo? They got what's it, Howard?
Howard and Byron Jones. That's a good duo there. I can't think of any others off the top of my head.
All right, now I got it. Boom. There it is. Let's do it, man. Let's just break this thing down. I'm going to make it full. No, they can see it this way. Just I can't. Okay, no, we're good. All right, Brad, let's do this. This is our very early 53.
Might get cooked. Uh-oh.
What? Might get cooked?
Cooked. Uh-oh.
Might cook by what?
I mean, his film's looking good. His bounce back training's looking good.
I think he may cut.
He looks better than he did before.
Okuda's a dog, man. Okuda's CB1. I know he's a dog, man. I can tell you just by looking at the guy that he's a dog. You can just tell sometimes. You just kind of have that feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, Brad, is there a play? What?
I get what you're saying. Yeah. You could just see, like, okay,
you can just see it. You're like, oh yeah, he's different.
But
that's what Okuda is. You can just see he's different.
Game film yet that he's a dog.
He put it a little bit out there. He just sprinkled it. Gave us a little bit of that, action.
Okay.
And we just gotta take that.
I hope he bounces back.
My guy said quarterback 100 stop. Hey, come on now. You know, I ain't gonna get into it. We got into it before. I ain't gonna get into it. But
I hope he is a dog.
He gonna be a dog.
I don't see it happening.
He will. You know what? I might have to get that. Hey, redemption. Hold up. Oh,
hold on.
Sneak peek. All right, let's do this, Brad.
We're not gonna leak it yet. I'm gonna cop one too.
Oh yeah.
But go ahead.
Go ahead. So, Brad, break down quarterback for us because to me, Connor Sampson has a better shot of making it if we go 53 than David Blau. Here's my thing, Sampson. You hit practice squad, my guy. Rad, who we got at quarterback? You got Goff and Boyle here. You feel comfortable with that?
Oh, there was a typo. Can you adjust the typo?
Which one? Boyle? Boyle. I don't think I can do that.
Goffle.
I can't adjust it. It's
I got Goff and Boyle at QB.
All right.
I still think we messed up there. We should have probably got Carson Strong as an undrafted or even drafted him with the 7th round pick. So Goff's backup could have been Carson Strong, but we got Tim Boyle, TB12. Cool.
Ooh.
And this is a make or break year for Jared Goffle. And we about to see what's really jumping with the kid because at this point he has no excuses. Only excuse he can really have is let's say our whole offensive line gets hurt. And at that point it's like, okay, the kid didn't have no protection. But if we come in and everybody stays healthy and we bring out this 53-man roster that I put together, you ain't got no excuses.
Brad Holmes?
You know Rat Holmes.
What?
Thing, dog. You know how I get down, baby.
I feel you. Hey, look. First off, let me just say what you said. He don't need excuses. That's all I'll say. You know what I'm saying? He don't need excuses. We didn't need to give him to him last year because he balled out. You know what I'm saying? We saw him in the second half of the season. Let's just be straight up. You saw the stat that I showed you. 2 quarterbacks, National Football League for the last 5 years, 20,000 passing yards, 45 wins. Brady and Goff. So, I think the numbers just speak for themselves in this situation. So, now this is a good question, though, honestly. Spiffy says last year we had 3 quarterbacks. I don't think we repeat that. I know Boyle was hurt, so I'm pretty sure that was a part of it. Was Boyle hurt when we came in? I think he was, but I'm not. He may not have been. But I think after last year, though,
I thought in preseason,
Boyle was hurt for like the first 8 weeks, so I know that was a thing. Remember. But I don't think we need to come in with 3 this year. Most teams don't come in with 3. I don't think we need to. I think if we trust Boyle to be our backup, which is why we paid him like we did, I don't think there's any reason to keep 3. I think you're just, I don't know. I mean, I don't think anybody's taking Blau. Yeah, I don't. And if someone does pick Blau, you got Connor Sampson, like I said, and I like him. So the only reason you keep Blau to me is because he's a different style for practice. I mean, that's
true. And if all fails, we can go get Jamarcus Russell.
True. Exactly, and I like that idea. So, no, that'd be good.
Bring him on the
roster. Sell some jerseys for sure.
He's weighing about 315 pounds right now. So,
you would sell jerseys though. You know, if Jamarcus Russell was signed to the roster, people would be buying that for sure. I might have to get hold of Jamarcus Russell jersey, right? I'm just saying, if you signed here, you know what I mean? I would buy the jersey. I'd consider it. I don't know if I'd buy it. I'd consider it though. It'd definitely be in our background here.
Maybe a jersey shirt.
Yes, the jersey shirts. That's always the move. That's always
Like a
the
last
move.
second dose one.
Oh, maybe one of those
Yeah.
over the Jamarcus Russell jersey.
Yeah, I'm gonna go last second dose jersey shirt over Jamarcus Russell.
I'm gonna have to agree. So most of y'all don't know what we're talking about. But coming soon, stay tuned. We got some fire things on the way dropping. Through Lions Nation Unite, you know what it is. This is gonna be stuff that we haven't put out before. This is gonna be next level stuff.
Right.
Now, hey,
Right.
I see y'all putting the stats in here. We see you guys. 30 touchdowns, 12 picks, 4,200 yards. I see you.
Picks.
I see y'all putting the stats in here. Rad, running back. This is it already gets interesting with running back. You put Kabinda in there. We counted Kabinda as part of this. Kabinda seems like he has to make the team because he got the 2-year deal. But you got DeAndre Swift, Jamal Williams, Craig Reynolds, and Jamar Jefferson, Rad. How do you feel about that?
I like that. That's a good stable.
You look confused on my end because your face ain't moving, but I didn't realize you was just frozen. You're good, though. Go ahead. Okay, break it down.
I mean, that's a good running back core right there. We got 4. I mean,
Okay.
let's just hope Swift can stay healthy the whole year. If that's the case, we're golden.
Yeah.
I think Swift can easily rush over. If Swift can stay healthy and he's getting, let's say 18, he's not going to carry. I was going to say about 20 carries a game. Let's say 15 to 18 carries a game. He's definitely going to be a 1,000-yard rusher. Jamal's on that contract year, so we're going to need somebody to show up.
Yeah.
And Netflix is that deal. I mean, he proved that he can carry the load. We didn't really get to see your boy too much, Jamar Jefferson. So the jury's still out on him. And then Kabinda's just a solid, fullback. I think we have a really good stable of running backs. I would have liked to add Ty Chandler, but Ty Chandler, I think, went like in the 3rd or 4th. He went pretty, all the time they had Ty Chandler going in like the 6th or 7th. I thought he went pretty high.
No, I think he went pretty. I think he went like 6th round.
He went 6th? Oh, he did go 6th?
Let me check.
I mean, I would have liked to add Ty Chandler. I think he would have been a solid, low-key running back to add to the stable we got.
He went round 5. He's a Viking. Late round 5.
Yeah. So that's not a bad running back core. I mean, they proved last year they could make it do what it do with a beat-up offensive line and no passing game for the majority of the season. So I'm real confident bringing in back these stable horses right here. It looked like you got the same little crew.
For sure, man. And that's the only thing is, do they want another speed back? Because Godwin is interesting here. If they feel, because I mean, you got to think, like, we talk about guys that are raw and things like that all the time, Kirby, whatever it may be, but Godwin is super raw to play this position for one season. Yeah, I mean, I can expect that he's going to have some fumbles in there, and maybe Deuce Staley gets it out of him in an off season. And if he gets rid of those, he was pretty electric when he did have the ball, and we know he was also used as our kick returner, so he gives you a little bit of both. But for sure, no. DeAndre Swift, obviously. Jamal Williams, for sure. Craig Reynolds, he balled out like you said last season. He was actually really good. Like, whatever you want to throw the idea, well, he's it. No, Craig Reynolds was balling last season. Let's just keep it simple. And Jamar Jefferson, still to me, he's going to be a really good running back. And he did flash in a couple opportunities that he had. It is just about what he does on 3rd down, man. We saw, I think it was, what game was that? Was that Pittsburgh? That he had a nice touchdown run. We said Godwin also had a touchdown run in that game, and Cincinnati, of course. So that's what's come down to, his 3rd down. It could come down to him, between him and Godwin and where they're at. I'm a Jefferson guy, but I mean, who knows, man? It definitely could be Godwin. And then we have tight end. Now this is the weird one to me because this is an area where I think you could possibly take a player off here, Red. Go through those 3 you got.
You got Hawk, Mr. T.J. Hawkinson. We got our rookie Mitchell, and then Griffin. He was brought in very early in free agency, too early. I think he was the 2nd signing of this year's free agency for the Detroit Lions. Anyways, I mean, that's a solid little core right there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who's going to get dropped off, though. I mean, you said we could drop down to 2, but I think it's always good to probably keep 3 tight ends just in case someone rolls an ankle or something like that. You got another one. Because we don't want to be able to, let's say we want to come out an ace and we only got 1 tight end, then I guess Kabinda could line up on that line of scrimmage. I think all 3 of those jokers will make the team. Brock Wright's going to be the odd man out, or he's going to get sent to the practice. That's how I look at it. You got Brock Wright over Griffin, huh? Griffin was a huge signing this offseason. That was a
I
day
mean,
one signing.
he was a big deal. He was a big deal, man.
What you drinking over there?
You know, I did a little water, you know, a little aqua, but no,
Okay.
the
I don't have my H2 on me. I got
what
a
are you drinking? What is that? Is that
little
tea?
ocean spray, cran grape.
Oh, you got the plastic, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You know.
This stuff's a little strong though.
Is it?
I don't know. What you say? Cran grape? Nah, grape ain't strong. This a cran. What is it? Cran cherry? I think that's hey, that stuff's strong. Okay, and it needs to be cold because otherwise it gets nasty. So that's words of wisdom. Nah, tight end's weird though. I mean they kept two
Words of
last year.
wisdom. You sprinkled in a little words of wisdom. Go ahead.
Just a little bit, just a little dazzle before we get to.
I heard it.
For sure. James Mitchell though, he's making the roster, right? And someone's gonna take him if he doesn't. So Brock Wright is the third one. I can't go with Griffin over Brock Wright. Now, if you just want purely a blocker, I get it, but I think Kabinda is kind of that. So I get what you're doing there, but after what Brock Wright did last season, I thought he was a really nice number 2. But James Mitchell and now T.J. Hockenson both give you that those receiving threats. But Brock Wright's always that stable number 2. I can ask him to block. I can have him do a little bit as a pass catcher. Just a little bit of everything. He's just shown me more than Griffin has shown me so far. Griffin will compete for that role. Griffin might be a practice squad player. Maybe. This could go down to 2. You could knock Brock Wright out of here. But I would find it hard knocking Brock Wright out after what he did last season. I thought he was a really reliable 2 for us. So I'd like to keep him on there as just, that guy.
I don't get why we brought in a tight end very early in free agency, and then.
But it was cheap, Brad. You got to remember, it was a cheap signing. It was early because he's a dog, but at the same time, it's also a very cheap deal because he doesn't.
I don't think
he does his own thing. He blocks. So
okay.
So that's it.
All right.
Cranberry
juice.
juice.
I can see either one of them get flipped. Yes.
Yeah.
Cranberry anything is amazing. Cranberry orange juice. Ooh. Cranberry juice is better than orange juice. Ooh. I'm an apple juice, so I don't really like that orange juice too much. Go ahead. Let's get back on track.
Orange juice can be a little
read.
strong. No,
It
it's
can,
good.
man.
It's a good conversation you have. Yeah. Orange juice come off the wrong way. Especially if you get it at a hotel, I feel like sometimes it can come off a little bit like, what is this? And if you just had, it's always, that's the worst combination, I think, in history, is brushing your teeth and then drinking orange juice. There's nothing worth it that. It's
no, you don't do that.
History.
You got to wait a cool hour to 2 hours, make sure you drink a lot of water, then get a glass of orange juice or something. No, you can't go straight after.
Yeah.
Nah.
You got to work back around to that one. You might have to eat something in between. Yeah.
Can't
that's
do it.
Woo, that's terrible. All right, Red, receiver. Look how good that receiving core is looking. I mean, I feel really good about. Isn't it nice to feel good about tight end, running back, and receivers? Like, what happened? One off season later.
It looks really good. Like, Raymond got pushed to the 6th receiver when he was the first receiver.
Shoot, yeah, he was the guy week 1, man. Like, what was that?
No, I mean, the receiver room, I think, is the biggest upgrade we got this offseason, to be honest. DJ Chark, Jameson, you're bringing back the young studs, St. Brown, Josh Reynolds, solid. You know how I feel about Cephas. I feel like Cephas is going to be ahead of Reynolds. Personally, I just like Cephas. I'm a Quintez Cephas fan.
I'm mad at you. And I wasn't really trying to rank it, so I was just.
I get it. I know that. I just read it, and it kind of made me mad a little bit. I just want
Come on, Red. Josh Reynolds was a dog last season, man. I feel like you can't be mad about that. Josh Reynolds was legit. I'm not mad
at Josh Reynolds. I'm happy he's on the team. He helps the receiving core.
I think they're different.
They are different receivers, 100%. Yes, I would agree there. I just like Cephas a little bit more. Big body, you know what I'm saying? Strong hand. Good route runner. Anyways, Khalif Raymond. We need to bring him back to return some punts. He's our little gadget player. Tough.
Yeah.
I like that. Now, this is where Rad Holmes, I made a mistake, like I touched on. Trinity Benson, you got to go, Bubs. And I gave up a lot of draft capital for you, and I made a mistake. You know what I'm saying? Players mess up. So that's a solid receiving core. It looks like we the same. Kennedy's out. Who else is out of there? Kennedy, Benson. What's the dude? McKinley's out.
Yeah. Yeah, McKinley's
I mean,
out.
all these guys can probably make the practice squad, but they just not gonna hit that 53 for us.
So you're telling me Khalil Pimpleton is not making this? Because the chat's not gonna like that.
I gotta watch Khalil Pimpleton. With a name like Pimpleton, you probably should make the roster just to see that name on the jersey, low key. Pimpleton? Come on,
They're
bro.
saying so. You're giving Trinity Benson no chance. I think he's got a chance. It just 7
Whose spot
receivers
is
is
he
a lot.
taking?
Exactly.
And from what I seen last year, he don't deserve a chance, bro. Like, I guess his number wasn't being called, but Trinity Benson didn't show much. I'm gonna be real with you.
Here's my thing.
So if Pimpleton makes it, then who's out? Khalif?
Can't. Here's my thing, Red. Here's what I'll say. We talk about, okay, Josh Reynolds and Quintez Cephas there. I like Quintez Cephas. I think he wins underneath. He can win underneath well. Josh Reynolds struggles a little bit to me to win underneath, but he wins at the second, third level. So you get that nice little bounce off each other. And then Khalif Raymond's kind of Mr. Do It All. So yeah, Khalif Raymond to me. Khalif Raymond is a really nice pick, I think, for the bottom of your roster. I think that's a really nice bottom of your roster piece right there. You feel really good about that.
And I think Cephas can slide in at that slot. You talked about working at underneath. He could slide in and be a big slot for us. I don't know
For sure.
You remember Anquan Bolden when he played that big slot for us a few years back? Bolden killed it as a big slot. And I think Cephas can play a big slot if need be.
For sure. No, that's a good point. That's a good point. And yeah, no, exactly. And I think Raymond gives us some slot ability too. And it's just he wasn't able to do it last year because we needed him on the outside. But yeah, I mean, the more after last year, the more outside receivers we can have, the better. It always feels, I don't know if this is true, but it always feels like you can better off take a guy from the outside and push him inside if you need to, rather than the other way around. You don't want a guy that's just kind of he's a slot. That's all he can do. Like St. Brown showed us the ability, Khalif Raymond showed us the ability. Anybody that's just one thing, you got to be really dynamic at that one thing, like elite. And you also probably need to be a really nice return man. Otherwise, I can't keep you. So Lions got a lot of moving pieces here, which I like. I like a receiver group, man. It got tough. I mean, when Tennessee had Khalif, what was he, their 4 receiver or something like that? So to think that he's our 6th automatically feels really good. I like it.
Agree. Right. Benson is Brad Holmes' biggest stain so far. I would agree.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's... And I don't know, maybe he does make the team. I mean, yeah, he does have that speed, and he does have some good speed. But so does Khalif Raymond, you know what I'm saying? All right, offensive line, Brad, this is where things get really interesting. This is the important position group right here. We talking about Taylor Decker, Jonah Jackson, Frank Ragnow, Big V, Penei Sewell.
What?
That's a great start 5, man. And now the bench, though, is where it gets interesting. Last season's Lions came in with 8. I have Evan Brown.
That's the only for sure.
That is the only for sure.
I know
True.
for sure. That's only
true.
for sure. It's Evan Brown. The other 2 or 3, I can't call it.
Can we just show some love to the fact that the Lions did pay some money to Evan Brown? First off, the money they got him for was outstanding. Secondly, the fact that they did show the willingness to pay their backup center, I thought was awesome. You know, he balled out, he did his thing. You have to bring that guy back. So I love the fact that we did that.
They had to.
For sure. Now, tackle, is it Matt Nelson?
No.
Could be. I mean, he did play good as a 6th offensive lineman. So then the question becomes, can Eze play that role? Because if you're not keeping Matt Nelson, Lions are going to want to do that. To me, from the film, and we're going to do this video soon, but from what I've seen, Eze could absolutely be my extra offensive lineman. And then the guard is interesting. Do you go 2 tackles? Do you keep only 7 offensive linemen? We're going with guard here. I went with Logan Stenberg. Who did you put on there? Who did you put on for your offensive line?
I put the undrafted... I went the undrafted free agency because we gave him a little money. The kid from Michigan State, Kevin Jarvis. Because, I mean, Stenberg, he's been around, 2-3 years now? I feel like we kind of know what we're getting from him. Yeah, this would be his 3rd year. Yes, this is his 3rd year. Correct.
Yeah,
this would be his 3rd year.
Okay.
We kind of know what we're getting from him. And I was kind of high on the kid coming out of Kentucky. But he just really ain't shown me much. I do like Tommy Kramer from Notre Dame. He's solid. So that last one to me is really a toss-up. Like, I just went with the undrafted kid. We gave him a little bit of guaranteed money. It's obviously was a Holmes pick, so not pick, but he went out and obviously targeted him and told him to get the kid paid. So he's got to see something in him. And then Stenberg wasn't even Kevin Jarvis.
Okay,
sorry,
my bad.
Guard,
no, you're
guard.
good. I didn't
talk about
know
that last position. I'm sorry, Kevin Jarvis. And then Logan
Okay.
Stenberg is not even a part of Rad Holmes' regime, so
This is
I
true.
think I'm gonna have to push him up out of there. But I
That's
don't
true.
really know how they're gonna go on the backup route besides Evan Brown.
And then you got
That's the
Tommy
only
Kramer,
one.
who
Tommy
did it.
Kramer.
That's the thing, like we were talking about before. You come into the season and they keep Logan Stenberg, but Logan Stenberg is injured, so you feel like, well, the Lions didn't have Logan, but they actually did. They took him over Kramer, but the fact is he got hurt, so Kramer had to step in. But Kramer to me was nice because he played both guard positions, and he got better as the season went on. So I could see a scenario where like, hey, look, Kramer played well, we're keeping him.
They probably keep Kramer because they preach versatility. They preach it.
That's facts, yeah. And
That.
now Stenberg did ball out throughout the preseason, so I'll give him that credit. He was really good in the preseason, and that's why he ended up making the role. To what your point is, he wasn't even for this regime, but he still made the team. That speaks volumes. It's a good problem to have. It really is that we are trying to figure out who's our backup guard. I'd rather have that problem than some issues that we've had in the past with our offensive line. So I think it's a good problem. And it's a fun problem, too, because it's going to be very important. Because you know you're going to miss guys, and they may go with Kramer because they know he can move around. Trey Adams says he thinks Demetrius Taylor, who I haven't seen yet, Jermaine Waller. I have seen some Jermaine. I wasn't a fan of him, so I don't have him on here. But we were talking about, I wasn't a fan of him for a draft pick, so that's a whole different scenario than, of course, a UDFA.
Well,
it's just going to be really tough. It's going to be really tough to crack into this cornerback room. And then he says Pimpleton or Johnson. And I haven't seen those two, so I don't know. And well, Johnson.
I've seen. I like
him. Yeah, I've seen Johnson, too. I'm not a Johnson guy. I don't like his pass catcher. Johnson don't got hands, man. Khalif Raymond got hands. He don't got hands.
He catches with his body a lot. He's a good route runner, man.
Hey, Khalif Raymond's a good route runner. He's just small.
Is he though? He didn't get much separation.
Khalif Raymond is a route runner. Okay, he's a dog when it goes to route running. He rather show a little bit of flower.
Say that, but because he wasn't creating much separation that first half of the season. But I'm just saying.
Wow, and then he's got right over Griffin. Yeah, that'll be an interesting one too. This is gonna be fun, man. As we get closer to this, I think this just demonstrates how much battle we're gonna have here, which is great because we're battling for depth rather than starting spots. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Offensively, at least, we're battling for depth, not starting spots. That's a great problem.
Compete. Competition makes you better. Let's go.
Defense. Brad, break it down for us, okay? Because we have the same defensive line, interior defense line, whatever you want to call it. We know they're going to move around. But we only have 5 guys listed there. I think last year they came in with 7. But again, like we said, Jay Sean Cornell was suspended, so he was kind of part of it. So basically we're saying no Cornell. We're saying no Bruce Hector. I don't think Kevin Strong's here anymore. I think he actually got cut. Deshaun Hand also got cut, who ended up making the team last season, so he's not here anymore. So whole weird situation. We got 5 guys. Before we get into that, I do want to give a shout out here, my guy. Ayub, is that how you say your name? Ayub Matan. Shout out to him. Hey, can we get some birthday cakes?
Hey,
come on, man. Yes, sir. Where's Hunter Bryant? Where's Hunter Bryant at, man?
I don't know. And I liked Hunter Bryant, man. When he came out of Washington, I felt like he could be a huge addition to us. Like, he's pretty much a big receiver, but is he healthy? That's the question. Where's Hunter Bryant? Is he healthy or is he somewhere rehabbing?
Here's the thing. Hunter Bryant was waived last month. So that's where Hunter Bryant is. So I don't see he's gonna make the roster, man. It's just, that whole thing. Yeah, he wasn't healthy. He can't really block. He's just a slot, and it's just look. There's a reason he went undrafted. We know he was extremely talented though as a pass catcher receiver. So hopefully he does get healthy and someone gives him a shot. I would hope. I don't know. Maybe someone does. Someone's got to see.
I'd like to see him play. Bring him back on practice squad.
He had one grab. I remember he had that one reception. That was when Stafford was here. Okay, we see you, Hunter. Go to work. There you go. Defensive line, though, right? Break it down for us. What's going on here? Yeah.
The Fat Daddies. You know Aleem got to come on back. Big Pennicini. He's going to be,
I'm sorry. Did this guy take this on? Hey, you Googled Hunter Bryant, and he copied and pasted the Wikipedia. I don't know.
Football fan, the National Football League, who is a free agent. Thank you for that, skater boy. We appreciate that.
I'm sorry, that's funny. Go ahead, Red, break it down.
No, I mean, you good, bro. We just got, I think this is a solid core of fat daddies there. McNeil has versatility to play a few positions along that defensive line. Pennicini's the only one that's kind of restricted to playing like the nose or the one technique. Levi, I think we're going to see a huge leap in his play this year just because the scheme is becoming more attacking instead of reacting. So I think that's going to help him. And then we got that veteran Brockers who can play along that defensive line. I think that's a great keeping him around because he needs to help develop some of these younger guys. And then we got Josh Pascal, who's going to come in and play that 5. I think he can play the 3. And that's really it just because, 4 out of the 5 are pretty versatile. Like, I think Aleem can play the 1, the 2, the 3, the nose. Pennicini's a nose. Levi can play like a 3, a 5, 4. Brockers can play a 3, a 5, a 4. And Pascal can play a 3, 4, or 5, a 4 or 5. So I think we got some versatility there. And I don't think we need to really bring. Only one I could probably see is Bruce Hector, just because he did ball. That's the only one I could see that we could add onto there. But besides that, I feel very good going into the season with just those 5 jokers right there.
Yeah, I mean that's, and I guess okay, the 4-3, but we know it's going to be a whole bunch of different looks.
Right.
So we'll probably get 2 of those guys on the field, maybe 3 on early downs, probably 2 on pass downs, which is, I think, what was it, 60? I don't know where I saw the stat. I think it was 65% of timelines were in sub baggage last season. So, majority of the time we're probably in that, which means probably a lot of time I'm thinking we'll have 2 of those guys on the field at the same time. So I don't think 5's bad. And then, like you said, Bruce Hector, there's a shot we could get him back on the practice squad, a guy like that. Jayshon Cornell, someone might pick him up, but just with how much he hasn't been on the field, he could possibly be back on the practice squad there. But I think you broke it down well. Yeah, there's just so much versatility within the inside there. Even Ali McNeil, I like it. I think what we need here is we need to keep the guys that get upfield quickly. The style we're going to go to, which guys get upfield quickly. Jayshon Cornell could find his way into that mix again, but he just hasn't found the field. But Ali McNeil does that. Pennicini's doing one that kind of weird, but Pennicini has just been a nice little reliable backup nose for us, so I don't want to get rid of that. Levi Brockers and Pascal are all first step, get upfield, explosive players. And, I hear the Brockers could get, but it doesn't, I don't think it makes sense. If I remember correctly, I'll have to look up his thing to make sure. But last time I looked at it, it doesn't make sense financially for us to cut him this year, and I wouldn't want to cut him. I don't see a scenario where I'd want to cut Brockers. Is he a good pass rusher? No, but that's why we got our guys that we got. That's why we got Pascal. That's why we have the edge rushers. So, yeah, to me, I wouldn't want to get rid of him. Now, seeing him less on a field, I'm not mad at that because that means Levi's stepping up. That means Pascal's playing a big role, but I don't want to not have him. And then, I like what you said with the defensive line. So then edge kind of ties in with that. We have Aiden Hutchinson. I thought you were going to give me a sound effect. So, Aiden Hutchinson.
Boom. I'm sorry. I'm kind of thinking about my roster right now, and I kind of want to flip some people.
Okay, well, we'll flip them when we go through. Let's do that. Let's come back through and flip them around.
All right,
after breaking it down.
I thought
no worries.
Sound effect.
My
bad. I missed the cue. I was reading. Go ahead.
We got Aiden Hutchinson, who just signed his deal, $35 million, best player in the draft. Next, he's the next Aiden Hutchinson. I'll just say that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Nick Bosa's gonna look at me and be like, "Dang, I wish I could be Hutchinson." That's what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying?
All right. You know what?
One of the best defensive linemen in the National Football League, day one. Here's the thing, Rad. He's going to play a little bit more inside than we think, I think, after hearing Aaron Glenn, okay?
You were throwing out some craziness.
I'm not throwing some craziness. He's just that good. When Chase Young came out, did you think he was that guy? You were like, man, he's one of the best in the league right away. I know you did. I know you thought that.
I've never thought that. I've never
did you think you didn't think that?
I think we signed a solid. I think we signed a
no.
player.
If we drafted Chase Young,
I'm taking.
You thought immediately. No, listen. You thought immediately though Chase Young is that dude, right?
Yes, 100%, and he's still
now here. Dude. Okay, he's not that dude. But here's the thing.
He is. I'm not going off production. I'm going off film.
Here's the thing. That's what I'm saying. That's what Hutchinson is. Immediately stepping in, immediately that dude. You know what I'm saying? So, and plus, I gotta say this with Hutchinson. We gotta remember, like, I know everybody said, well, you know, and I'll do my film thing at some point on, but people say, look, Aiden Hutchinson, he's in the ceiling, and, you know, he's most end of pass rush ready. But you got to remember, though, the guy did miss the entire 2020 season. 2019, he was playing inside. He was playing a different role. So, like, what is the ceiling? Who the heck knows? This guy hit a growth spurt coming out of high school where he was this little dude, 5 foot, like, was 6 foot, you know, 5'11". He looked like me. Okay, imagine me trying to line up a pass rush. All right, it's not going to be now, he was still effective. You get this dude gets this gigantic growth spurt coming out of high school, and we're saying he's stayed the ceiling. No, that speaks to how much he put in that work to come back off an injury and get 14 sacks and not be the one pick. It's ridiculous, Rad. It really is. But I'm excited. Good job, Jaguars. Give it a quick clap for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Out of everything you just said, I'll clap to that. That last
you did your thing, Jacksonville. We appreciate it.
Hey,
Jacksonville they still showing love to the linebacker, and I like it. They got 2 good line. They got Devin Lloyd and they got Chad Muma. Jacksonville,
the linebacker core there. Go Jacksonville.
That's disgusting. That is disgusting. But you know they gave us the first. You know, again, thank you. We'll just give another round of applause. So anyway,
boom.
We got a beast in there with Romeo. 14.5 million cap hit feels good. Yeah, we're taking that. But he's a pass rusher, and you know it'll be so good for Romeo, man. You know what I'm saying? Just hey, Romeo, don't worry about the run, man. We're putting Hutchinson over there. Just pass rush. Charles Harris. The fact that Charles Harris is could be our third is great because, like, I think we were saying this because we were debating, like, if the Lions re-sign Charles Harris to this contract, do the Lions go edge because then you're throwing a lot of money at edge? And technically this year they have one of the most expensive edge units in the league, counting Hutchinson, because of the Trey Flowers deal. But the Lions did it. They're eating the money now. They don't have to worry about it next year, which is great. And you have Charles Harris as your third pass rusher, which is, I think, a great spot for him because you know if Charles Harris is stepping for a game, he's going to hold it down. If he needs to come in on pass rush downs, he's going to hold it down. He's going to mix up the pace a little bit from what you're seeing consistently with Hutchinson. And then we got Julian and Austin Bryant. Now, this is where things get interesting because we know Julian is a pass rusher, and he showed us some stuff last year. But Austin Bryant? Are we keeping 5? Now, you kind of talked me into it, and I was thinking it. If we're only keeping 5 defensive linemen, I do like having Austin Bryant because I think Hutchinson will slide in at times. So having Austin Bryant on the edge, and honestly, I'll give Austin Bryant some love. He did show us some things last year. You know, he did show a little bit. So, all right, Rad, that was my long-winded explanation. I just had to give Hutchinson some love because I'm super excited that we got the best player in the draft, 51 hurries. I mean, that's just, come on, Rad. Come on, man. That's insane.
I like our edges. I do. Now, even if we don't have a bounce-back season from Romeo, I like how we got Charles that can jump in there and make some things shake because Charles Harris took some games over for us. Julian, I think we still could see more from him. I don't know. He hasn't tapped out just fully yet. Austin Bryant, I think, is tapped out. We know what we're getting out of Austin Bryant.
Whoa, hot take, Rad. He's tapped out.
I think we've seen what Austin Bryant is.
But his best season was last year, so you think last year was his best year?
I think that's pretty much what we're gonna get out of Austin Bryant. Like I don't really see him growing, like just making a huge leap as far as like his pass rush and run stopping ability.
But why do you have him on there?
I like Austin Bryant. I think he's a good player. I think he's a solid player. I'd keep him around. I'm not saying he deserves to get cut. And just because of like the injuries, we don't know if Romeo still. There hasn't been any footage of Romeo doing anything since his Achilles injury, but Akuda's already posted 2 videos and looking really good. So
Akuda's been posting videos. A lot.
We don't know too much what's going on with Romeo. So yeah, we might as well keep Austin Bryant around just in case something jumps off. But then we also got James Houston who can play the edge on like pass rushing downs and things like that. I like his versatility. So I like the edges that we have there. Now, I'm a little concerned though if Romeo don't bounce back. Is it time for us to let him go next offseason?
Who? Julian?
Romeo.
Oh. No, I don't think you can with the money, man. Let me pull it up while you're saying that. But is it time to move on if he can't stay healthy?
Because this would be the second year into his contract.
Yeah.
What do we sign him on a 4 or 5?
He's got one more after this year. No, he's only got 3 years. So next year after this would be his last year. Now next year his dead cap drops to $7 million, man. Because I don't think you can move him, man. He got a void year thrown on to 2024. That's what it is.
Okay. Well, I say we keep Austin Bryant around just because we really don't know what's going on with Romeo.
It's Austin Bryant's last year, so
yeah, this is Bryant's last year for sure.
Yeah,
this is Bryant's last year.
I'm not mad at that then. Just give him another shot. And I mean, who am I keeping over him? Like, if I'm keeping 5 edge rushers, who am I putting over him? I don't know. I don't know who I would. Unless you're saying, well, we're keeping James Houston and we're keeping Jared Davis too, then I can understand that. But if we're just count edge rushers, and if you're not counting James Houston's, I don't know who I'm putting in this spot. And I like having the edge rusher if we're gonna go somewhat light on D line.
Linebackers.
Brass position. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's a cool core. I'm not super pumped up about it. Y'all know I wanted to attack the draft early with one of those linebackers. But we got Malcolm Rodriguez, who I'm super excited about. I think he's going to end up starting for us one day. Barnes is going to come in and play that Mike linebacker. I think we should see some leaps and bounds improvement from him because this will be his second year playing off ball. Get a true full offseason with the Lions organization. So I think his eyes and his vision should get a lot better. We know what we get out of AA Battery. Solid, good leader, weak side linebacker. Now, I think this is where Rodriguez is going to push him a little bit. He's going to push somebody. I think Rodriguez is going to be pushing somebody for some playing time because his vision, his instincts, his eyes are already on point. His footwork's already on point. I get he's a little shorter, stockier linebacker, but he can still sift through the line and find a way to track the football. Pass drops are solid. Houston brings that versatility and Board is more of a special teamer, third down linebacker we got from Baltimore, which I'm excited about. Now, I don't know if we're keeping Sean. So this is where I kind of want to flip because I got the looking. I think we have way too many corners. Whoa,
we got 7. Yeah.
That's way too many. Just because Will Harris has versatility. He can play corner. So if something happens, we still got him to play corner. So that's where I'm thinking, is it going to be a Sean Dion Hamilton who makes it? We can add him at the linebacker core or Gerard Davis. Because Gerard Davis is actually decent coming off the edge. I know I've been saying Gerard Davis ain't going to make the team. I still don't think he is. But him as an edge coming off just straight go get the quarterback, Gerard Davis is solid at that. He's heavy-handed. He plays with some aggression. He gives out headaches. So I'm kind of torn on who's going to – I want to add a linebacker and I want to move one of these corners. I don't know if
you want
it's going to
6
be Parker
linebackers.
Lewis. I think we need to add one more possibly. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 linebackers. Right now I got 4 linebackers. I want to add one more.
So what if you take
right? Barnes, Azalon? Yeah. I got 4. Yeah. I'm thinking I might need a 5th linebacker and remove.
No, you got 5 linebackers, right?
Oh, Houston and Board. You're right. I got 5. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought Houston Board was one name. I didn't see that slash, that dash. Yeah. So
you keep it 6 on that.
Wait a minute. Let me pause real quick. Push-ups. So who was in the chat that bet me and Dose that Willis was gonna be? Was it the number 2 pick? And then we bet somebody push-ups on that.
We did. Someone bet us push-ups that we were taking quarterback at 2. That's what they said.
They definitely said that. We're gonna need y'all to raise your hand now. Chad, if you know who it is, call him out. Don't be scared. Call him out. He owes us 100 push-ups.
Yeah.
I know that was real random off topic, but I seen Ken put push-ups, and I'm like, wait a minute. Somebody do owe us some push-ups.
This is facts. We need the video of push-ups.
And then we got 25 push-ups on if Gerard Davis is on making the roster.
You knew it was I don't even have Davis. I don't even have Davis on mine.
I know you owe me some push-ups.
Wait, but we don't know yet. We don't know yet. You know what I'm saying? You
can knock them out. Chad, if y'all remember who made that little wager with me and Dose about these push-ups, we taking a quarterback at 2, please call him out. Bring him to the light.
That's interesting. Yeah.
I don't know. We can talk through, but I need to make some changes. Them corners, that's a little too much. Knowing we still got Will Harris who can line up on the outside, inside.
To me, man,
don't know who's gonna get missed.
I can't. It's a great question. I think the whole front 7 is going to be pretty wild when we see it. Like they're saying Austin Bryant. Yeah, and Austin Bryant, I thought he showed it. For Austin Bryant, it's been about being healthy. And then you're like, well, what role do we use him in? Because is he a pure hand in the dirt 4-3 DN? Like, what is he exactly? I like it because What I thought we started to see some growth as a pass rusher. Like, the dude started using a little bit of a stutter step, started converting that speed to power, using his long arms. You started to see a little bit there. And I'll give credit to guys like Ty Wash because they probably helped him a ton, but at the same time, he also stayed healthy. But with cornerback, I don't want to cut Will Harris at all. Like, to me, Will Harris really started to show some stuff. Now, he came in and it was like, oh, he's a safety. Then he moved to corner when he had to. And I get it. It's like, okay, what is he good at, though? But at the same time, I thought he was pretty smart, and he started to really pick up the defense. There was a game I was watching. What game? Because I was watching Jerry Jacobs yesterday. I think it was the Bengals. Man. And it was the Bengals because you had Jerry Jacobs who was trying to match Jamar Chase, and he got beat a couple times. But you saw Jerry Jacobs play. I mean, not Jerry. You saw Will Harris playing safety, and you saw him calling out things. Like realize, okay, here's the matchup, and he's trying to get over there and plays like that. So I'm seeing him see everything. Now, cornerback, was he great? Not at all. He probably wasn't very good. But at the same time, he also did it, and they trusted that over anybody else. And I think someone said it could position versatility, keep you on the team. Absolutely. I think the Lions value that highly because, again, you come into it, you could, like Nickell Roby-Coleman, right? Roby-Coleman, he's a nice slot, but he can't play outside. We try to put him outside, it was just attack him. So a guy like that, I can't find a spot. Which is why A.J. Parker, as much as it would still shock me if they didn't keep him, to me becomes on the bubble. Because I know Chase Lucas could play slot. Do I think it's best spot? No. Mike Hughes can play slot. So Jerry Jacobs can play slot. So is there a scenario where A.J. Parker doesn't make it? I think he makes it, which at that point puts us at 7 corners because none of those, I can't see cutting any of those guys. But to your point, Will Harris can play corner. So now I got 8 cornerbacks in a sense, which is nuts. So are we keeping C.J. Moore and we cutting Will Harris? Like, what are we doing here, Rad? This is a wild situation, man. It's a good issue, but it's a lot.
It is, because I like A.J. Parker. I mean, he had an up and down season, but he wasn't scared to ever tackle. His coverage was shaky here and there, but he also made some good coverage plays here and there. I'd like to keep him on the team, but that's just a lot of cornerbacks. Now, if Facuda don't bounce back like the way we think he is, then, like, yeah, we're going to keep A.J. Parker, but Will Harris' versatility makes that cornerback room a little shaky just because he's shown he can play anywhere on the back end. And that's why I believe Will Harris is going to make the team. He should make the team. And if he makes some improvement this year, because he played cool at outside, inside safety, let's take another step and then get you another contract just because I love the versatility. And our regime loves versatility. And you just tapped on it. Like, Parker doesn't have much versatility, so he may get pushed out of the building.
Yeah. And to what Chad's saying, we actually had C.J. Moore on here originally because I like C.J. Moore.
We did. And I think C.J. I just don't know what to do. Like,
it's tough. It's tough, man. I mean,
I'd like to add.
Here's the thing, though. Here's how I look at it, right? And because C.J. Moore got a pretty nice deal. He got $1.75 million for this year, but we know there's like barely any guarantees in that contract. So the thing is, to me, if I cut, let's just say I cut Will Harris and C.J. Moore, who's more likely to make it through, not be picked up, and get back to my practice squad? I would have to say that C.J. Moore. So I'd take that chance. I can't see the Lions being okay with losing Will Harris, who's also in the last year of his rookie deal. Now, does that mean they'll bring him back afterwards? No. But to keep him for another year, give him another shot, I'd be kind of surprised if they didn't.
Will Harris is gonna make the team.
Yeah.
Like, I'm willing to put something on that. I'll put a wager on that. Will Harris is gonna make the team. He's too versatile. He's way too versatile not to make the team. Like, he's got way too much versatility. It's just that, I don't know, man. I kind of want to shake it up a little bit. I don't know if I want to keep another linebacker like Sean Deion Hamilton.
Well, linebacker's weird too because Chris Board, right? So when I'm looking at this, I see a guy like Barnes who's the Mike. You see Alex Anzalone, you could play Will or Sam, whichever one in a based on. He could honestly play every linebacker spot. I like him best in coverage though.
Right.
Malcolm Rodriguez feels like he is probably your Will as well. Coverage guy. You always bring up the Big 12 fact. James Houston, I think he could be Mike/Sam. He's a guy that can pass rush as well. You could put him at edge. And then Chris Board is a guy that anytime he was out there on third down, he was your lineup against the tight end 1-on-1, lineup against running. He was your coverage backer. So is Chris Board too much if you feel like Malcolm and Alex can hold that down? Or is Chris Board a nice little chess piece? So do you go Jared Davis or Chris Board? Yeah.
I'm going Board. Board is a chess piece. Because, I mean, it's a passing league. We need somebody who can cover a tight end, who can get to his zone drops and things like that. No, Chris Board was brought in for a reason. And he's a good special teamer. Gerard Davis, I mean, the film is out on Gerard Davis. You know what you're getting out of Gerard Davis. A guy who can't make his reads, You run a counter or a power, he's going to get confused and lost. But if you have Gerard Davis blitzing, that's where he's more effective. Or have him coming off the edge, that's where he's more effective. We got guys right now who can come off the edge. If we need, Barnes can come off the edge if we want him to.
Yeah.
And he's probably better than Gerard Davis at that. Gerard Davis he came in on a tryout deal.
Right.
I think he's got 5,000 guaranteed. Like your boy Gerard Davis isn't making the team. I'm gonna stick to that, and I think you know that. That's why he didn't make your 53.
I'm working through it, man. Well, here's the name that we didn't even bring up, and this is one I know he's on a cheap deal, but we also know that he was coming in as a starter. That's Sean Hamilton, and I could see a situation where you go. Here's the only thing I'll say. I look at James Houston, who I like him, but I could see a situation where the Lions see him as he's a year away from playing. He's a special teams guy that he's still maybe a year away for trying to play him as an off ball, and as an edge, he's not built for that. So they might look at him as he's a year away. Maybe he gets in here and there as a pass rusher. I think preseason will be huge for him. So in that case, maybe they say, well, let's keep Sean Hamilton on this roster somewhere, because now we have a little bit more experience where we trust Barnes, who actually, he was improving as the year went on, but Alex Anzalone, we trust those two guys. Rodriguez is a rookie. Houston is a rookie. Board, he hasn't played very much on early downs. So I could see this situation being, hey, let's find a way to get Sean Hamilton in here, where he's kind of our third linebacker, feel like he can play coverage, as we saw. He can man tight ends. He's a little bit more seasoned. And then you have these other guys where, yeah, Malcolm Rodriguez should help you year one. I think he will. But they're all very young, and they haven't had much time, especially on early downs. They've all been kind of just... Those two specifically, I think, will be... Malcolm Rodriguez could play a lot more.
Yeah, Malcolm Rodriguez is going to start. He's going to start.
Yeah, I don't think I can... I'm not moving Malcolm. Yeah, Malcolm's... I like Malcolm.
He's locked. He's locked. Malcolm's locked, but I see what you're saying about Houston.
He just struggles to keep six linebackers, six designated linebackers. I struggle to see that being a thing, because it's not like if you're keeping six at one position, like how can you keep six off-ball linebackers over keeping six edge rushers when you literally didn't draft a linebacker until pick 177 or 181? Like how can you do that over edge who you literally drafted as high as you did?
The versatility of like Barnes and Houston, who's shown they can play some defensive end in college.
That's the thing, though. I don't think Barnes is gonna. I don't think they would ever push Barnes to the edge. I get the theory of it, but I don't think they would ever do it.
They need to blitz him more. I think Barnes needs to be a little bit more attacking downhill, and we need to figure out a way to scheme that up, because Barnes needs to come downhill a little more. He's very aggressive, heavy hands. He has good pass rush moves, and I think we need to get a little bit more aggressive on that end. I don't know, man. I just know we keeping a lot of corners. And I think CJ Moore might make that team somehow. I figure out.
This is weird.
I don't know.
Let me do this.
Him in there.
Here's what I'm gonna do, Rad. Let me mix mine up real quick.
Like that's a bubble player right there, CJ Moore. AJ Parker really could be getting pushed out because the Mike Hughes signing. I know Lucas ain't his best fitted as slot. Then Jerry Jacobs, but Jerry Jacobs is coming off an ACL. He should be ready early mid-season. Maybe even training camp. So we probably got to keep that many quarters just because we don't know. Ron and yes, Rad, blitz Barnes. We need to definitely blitz Barnes.
So I switched it real quick. I think, and I'm I'm keeping Board, putting Sean Hamilton there, taking out Austin Bryant. But with that in mind, that's because Board can play some edge. See, it's weird, man. I don't know, man. It's tough. We don't pass no could, but I don't think he's gonna do it. That's tough, man.
I'm not mad at that. I like that. I actually like that a lot because I could see Austin Bryant being on that bubble.
Yeah, for sure.
Because he's not one of my guys. I didn't draft him.
Wow, this is wild. And that's the thing, like, what do they look at Houston as? I think they look at him as an off-ball that can pass rush in situations. So maybe there's a little bit of tween there. But again, I don't think Houston plays that much. I can see him not playing much at all this season, which I like having Sean because then I feel more comfortable with what I got. But I don't know. Six linebackers is a lot. That's a lot of players to hold at that position where you're a lot of times only going to have two on the field.
Michael V said Davis for $1 million is a steal though. Davis ain't even worth that, bro. That's not a steal. Davis has not put up any good film. I mean, I'm just reading the comments.
Right.
I
Yeah,
don't see how
no.
people still can be sold on Gerard Davis. Jared Davis. Like, he ain't.
He got to get healthy first. Then I
He's
think
a
he got to get
bum,
back in the
bro.
weight.
He is
I think
a
it's
bum.
right. You don't got to do him like he ain't no bum. He ain't a
Come
bum,
on,
man.
bro.
I don't think he's
Number
a
40
bum.
was
I
not
think
good for us.
he's got a lot
I'm
working
sorry.
against him to make it back to where, you know what I'm saying? Like, he got it. First off, he got to get healthy. Secondly, he didn't look fast enough to play linebacker here last year. He didn't look like that against the Jets. So he got to get quicker. He got to get healthy. He got to probably lose some weight.
Third off, he needs to work on his eyes.
Yeah, that would be a good start. That would,
The
yeah.
dude's vision and instincts is terrible. Fourth off, he can't cover. Fifth off, he misses a lot of tackles too. Sixth off, he's terrible.
Bro, we're gonna do a Jared Davis film video because I don't think like he does
Fun.
some
Dude
things.
is fun. I mean, you pull up PFF all the time. He graded it as the
I know,
worst
but I don't take
linebacker.
PFF. You know, PFF is cool, but it's not. You know what I'm saying?
I know it ain't.
You know what I'm saying?
It ain't always the best. Like, it ain't always got everything.
And that's
correct.
working.
I get that, but he's buns, bruh. Terrible. Is there any notable free agents still out there? We should probably try to.
No, bro.
Nothing left.
We got too many linebackers, man. I mean, geez, dude.
No, I'm
we're
just
trying
talking
to
about in
figure out.
general. Any free agents we feel like we could just go target.
Well, while you're doing that, I'm gonna roll through
Kyle
corner real
Noy
quick.
just got signed.
He did Chargers. Dang Chargers. Okay, Okuda, Amani,
Dang, Chargers.
Iffy, Jacobs, Parker, Lucas, Hughes. I can't see Hughes getting. He's got $1 million guaranteed. He's on, I think, 2.25 mil, which, I mean, you could cut that. There's no reason you can't. But I think they liked him, and he liked him coming out of the draft, so I'd be surprised there. Chase Lucas is a good corner. Like, to me, it's not. I forget the position. Chase Lucas is a good corner, so I don't want to cut him. And to me, someone might just grab him. Maybe not, because he did go 7th round, but I don't know. AJ Parker's the weird one. But still, I mean, still don't have a pure slot, I guess. Jerry Jacobs. He's not going anywhere. He played too well. You can't do that. If he's iffy. Amani, he's got his own last year, and then Okuda. So to me, Chase Lucas,
Solid out there.
Chase Lucas might be a solid. What he could be is Chase Lucas could become the replacement for Amani if he gets too big of a deal, or depending on how he plays this season. Because Lucas is going to fit really well. Because Lucas's skill set to me really not similar, but it complements a guy like Jerry Jacobs, where you can run sets that those guys could both play well and together defensively. Same thing with Iffy. Iffy has that same trait. He's just a big corner. So I think those three guys all kind of have a similar ability, just like Mike Hughes, where all those dudes are really good at, they all play well in an area, and that to me is man-off coverage. They all play well in that area, so all of them on the field could all play well together. You wouldn't have to try to he's only good at this. They all kind of have the same strength, but it's a whole, man. I don't know why you looking at. Go ahead, yeah. Go ahead.
What group do you feel like still needs an upgrade? Chat, what group you think still needs an upgrade?
I would almost say interior defensive line.
Okay, interior defensive line.
Yeah.
Eddie Goldman's still out there. Lindahl Joseph is still out there. And Ndamukong Suh's still out there. Would you want us to go target any of those?
Give me Sue. Hey, just bring back Sue to do it. You know what I'm
I
saying?
just wanted to know.
That's a good question.
Would you go target any of those? Sue, Lindahl Joseph, or Eddie Goldman? They're saying linebacker. Linebacker, only one that still made this list was
Here's the thing though, right? Here's my thing with that. If linebacker was the place they felt like they needed to upgrade, why in the world would they wait until day 3 to have a linebacker?
Round. I think linebacker with the Malcolm Rodriguez signing, because I think he flew under the radar, even my radar, but watching him and things like that, I think he's gonna be a good linebacker. Like, his eyes are too good. He finds a way to get to the football. He's an athlete. He's just short-armed and only 5'10", 5'11". But that's okay. Short linebackers can make it. They've made it. Stephen Tulloch made it. Chris Spielman made it. I know I'm going way back, but Tulloch made it.
Okay.
So,
hey, Spielman made it.
I mean, we talking 90s. I didn't want to go back to the
Tulloch
90s
made it,
because
so
it's a different age of football. So I just wanted to know what y'all thought. Linebacker, D line.
so who's out there at linebacker right now in free agency? There can't be many good names because it wasn't even a hit.
Name only popped up on this list, and it was I can't even pronounce his name. It's like Katawaski or something like that. What's the dude's name? From Buffalo. He played for Buffalo.
Oh, Kwiatkowski?
He played for Oakland.
Wasn't he a Bear?
I don't know.
Kwiatkowski was a Bear, I think, at one point. Yeah.
They just got
I mean, linebackers just to me figure out who it is. They like signing another free agent. Like it's almost like the Lions went through the free agent market and grabbed a whole bunch of the dudes and they're like, all right, let's just figure this out because I have no idea which one's making the team. Once you get past Houston, it's like who in the world is making this team? But I mean, I'm not mad at what they have.
Receiver. I think we
Receiver.
saw it. A receiver. I mean, Julio's out there. Odell's out there. Jarvis Landry. Like, I wouldn't want to add any of them cats to the squad.
Can we get some birthday cakes in the chat for King? Allie? Make sure I'm saying that. King Allie? I see you! Appreciating the new member. Here, Brad, this is what we're doing from now on for new members. Here we go.
Ted. Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs.
Oh my goodness.
Playoffs.
Yo, no, that's good though, right? That's good. And then we got safety. We got T-Walk, Kirby Joseph.
I want Sue.
Hey, I'd never be mad if we brought in Sue. Now, some players might still get cut though, so maybe Mike Daniels becomes available again. We go get Mike Daniels. No, but someone's gonna come available. Some old vet's gonna sit there. Yeah, Tracy Walker, Kirby Joseph, Deshaun Elliott, and we have Will Harris in there. I guess we're counting him as a safety. I'm not mad at counting him as a safety again. I got caught in the idea of they're gonna be looking at his corner, but at the same time, it's not like they came into last year thinking he's a corner. They just had to do that, and he's the guy they came to. So I still don't dislike the idea of counting as a safety, but for him to be the number 4 safety, basically, and being the final year of his rookie contract means it's probably very unlikely that he's brought back if he is looked at as a safety. So this probably is last year.
He's looked at just a versatile player. I don't know what we can even call him a safe corner. We just started his position there.
Yeah. Right. What about special teams, man? What do you think?
I got Patterson, Daly, and Fox. That's it.
Boom.
That's it. Patterson was a consistent kicker. I don't know about the leg strength, but anything about 45 and under, lock it in.
Shout out to my guy, Tracy Walker. Oh, my goodness. Hey, now, like I said, can we get some more birthday cakes? Come on, Jay. Y'all are killed it right now. I see you. We appreciate it. My man said, no way Brockers makes it. Look, that's the thing, though, with the contract. I can't see a situation like he got $8 million dead money if we cut him. Now, you still save $1 million, but, Brad, we can't have more dead money. There's no way they can take on 8 more.
Our team is so young. You need some veteran leadership in the locker room, in the film study room, on the practice field. Brockers is definitely making it. I mean, I really think that's why we brought back Double A. Like, Double A didn't just ball, but he brings that locker room culture, that film study culture. He's a leader. Like, Brockers is locked in on the team, 100%. Brockers is on our squad. We want to keep Brockers for that veteran leadership.
For Parker, shout out to Parker. He says, yes, Netflix is here for this season. I don't know the exact numbers. I could try to find the numbers. But yeah, for this season, he'll be here. You're right, though. We saw the videos last year. Brockers is bringing him over to his place, having him work out with him and stuff. And again, Brockers is not a bad player. Like, he's a good run defender.
He has some good
But here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. I want to point this out because look at our D line. Who was good on run defense last year? Levi wasn't. You can say Brockers wasn't. That's fair. Look at his PFF grade. I'll go with that. But here's the thing. We tried to have these guys sit, hold their gap, and think. We tried to adjust and change things up last year because of what we had and how we were doing against the run. But when we had him shooting downhill, Brockers is effective. Brockers is not a guy I can line up over a tackle, sit and hold his gap. He won't do that. He's not good at it. I got you, Rad. But Ali McNeil, Same exact situation. You can't. When Lee McNeil had to sit and wait on blocks, he could do some things, but it was not at all his strong suit. Brockers, when coming downhill, is effective. When sitting and waiting is not. And you think about what he did with the Rams. Brockers was not asked to sit and wait, hold blocks, read or react, things like that. He was downhill with the Rams. So you got to get him back to that. And I think that's how the entire front's going to play next season. Because now we have the pieces for it. Oh, we are.
Real quick.
For sure.
So we did our. Wait, did you hit your special teteams?
Oh, yeah. Cyber, Daly, and Fox.
Cyber.
Yeah,
Cyber.
just, mix it up. I don't know. I would, you know what? I would say this. If I was betting, I would say they keep Patterson over Cyber. But the leg strength do concern me a little bit. I know he made a 49-yarder, but I am a little concerned. Right. I think you made a good point. You take the reliable over the big leg, I guess. That's fair. I get that.
So if this is our 53-man roster, how many wins?
11.
Do we win the North?
Chat,
how many wins, Chat?
I'm gonna say
how
no.
many wins,
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. 10 to 11.
Put it in there. I need to see how many. What we thinking though? How many wins realistically?
Realistically,
let's take
10
fandom out of it. Let's take fandom out of it, and let's just be like realistic here. How many wins y'all really think we can win next year?
I see you, Skater Boy. No, for sure I remember you, man. Yes, sir. I missed the Michigan streams. 100%.
Okay,
8,
we got
9,
8 wins.
5. My boy's hating. 5. Come on, you just hate, man.
I want the real.
Come on, man. 5. We got too many 5s in here. Nah. Right, we didn't bring enough optimism when people saying 5.
8 to 9. I think we can realistically. So you saying we're going 11-6, those?
Yeah, 10 or 11. Realistically, man. Honestly, there isn't enough holes on this team not to.
I'm going, and we should have an easier strength of schedule. I'm gonna go about. I'm gonna go 11-6.
Yeah,
I like that. 11-6.
Yeah. It's not even like crazy. I think it's just a legit prediction.
How many swing games we lost last year, and the roster got way better. Injuries, free agency, draft, growth of our players and coaching staff. I'm gonna go 10 or 11. The floor is 9. The ceiling is 12.
I like that.
Real talk,
if I had to bet, like, I would actually feel way more comfortable betting 10 than betting 8 or under.
Right.
I feel so
Vegas
much more
has a bet
10.
where they got us going over under 8. I'm taking over. I might need to look that up.
Is 8? That's actually a good number, though.
I don't even know if it's out. I'm just saying if Vegas got that going right now, we're over 8.
Yeah. Yeah, I would take that for sure. And that's the thing, even before we get out of here, even though my man said he'd have to confidently stay healthy, that's a great thing. But, I mean, no, I get where you're coming from for sure. But, like, that's what I'm trying to point out. Look at last year. Like, I didn't pay enough attention to that. This year, like, look at it. Okay, we're not healthy receiver. Raymond is our 6th receiver. Look at our old lot. Like, we literally re-signed our backup center. Not a lot of teams do that. I feel really confident about where we are depth-wise on offense. Cornerback at key positions. Corner, I feel confident. D-line, I feel pretty confident. Edge, I feel good. I'm not worried about linebacker. So, like, I feel good with depth this year, which is the biggest change.
Evan Brown, my boy who's pretty deep into the Cincinnati Bengals community, he was hoping he walked because the Bengals was going to pull the trigger and sign Evan Brown.
I can't believe we got him back that cheap. That's wild.
As a starter.
Yeah.
We good, bro. We upgraded. I feel like we got upgrades. Where we didn't upgrade the most, I would probably say is linebacker, but I like Rodriguez. I could see him being a huge part of the future and someday a starter. But getting Akuda back, adding Mike Hughes, Lucas, cornerback room got better. And then the growth we're going to see out of our young DBs. We added Kirby Joseph, Deshaun Elliott, the Joker. We got better at safety. Receiving core, everybody knows the receiving room got better.
Yeah.
So hopefully the quarterback play is going to be better.
It will be.
Offensive line's better because we're getting back our all-pro center. Hopefully we have Decker the whole season. Fat Daddies, we added Josh Pascal. Edge, we got better at every group. I feel like we've seen huge improvements at dang near every group, probably except for linebacker. That's it. To be real.
Oh my gosh, my thing's glitching. Oh. Gosh, my thing's glitching. Hey, I believe it, man. I think this is the stage. This is Sean McVay's year 1 is our year 2, just because of how it's set up financially. This is a playoff team. No question.
It is.
As long as Goff is
Wild
there,
card.
this is a playoff team.
Wild card.
Yeah. Yep. We're on agreement, man. Oh my goodness. All right. Make sure I didn't miss nothing.
Words of wisdom. You got any
Words of
words?
wisdom. I think I already sprinkled my words of wisdom in there, Brad. But I want you to give something good because I think your last ones have
Don't
been
drink orange
a little
juice
bit.
after brushing your teeth.
You can't use that. You can't use that one, Brad. You can't use that one, man.
No, that was your words of wisdom.
Yes,
that you threw
yes.
in like
That's a
10
good
minutes
words of
ago.
wisdom. That's legit. If you might need that. That's legit. Now it might be a little late now. You might have already used it, but tomorrow, you know. Now you know. The more you
Words of wisdom.
know.
What?
The more you know. That's crazy. All right, Ray, what you got, man? Give us up.
I don't know. Look both ways when you cross the street. What,
Okay.
man?
No, that's just. I don't know, man. It's just
What? I think that's a good
it
word.
doesn't hit home, man.
I mean, but it's facts. You
No,
know
it's
what I'm
facts.
saying?
It's facts. I just feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay.
What?
I mean, if that's how you want to go out, we can go out like that. Do you feel good about yourself? Do you feel good
Wait a
about
minute,
yourself?
let me see. I do, but let me see if I can get us one more.
Oh,
Never judge a book by its cover.
I like that.
Get to know people before you judge them. No matter the race, religion, ugly, good looking. Get to know people, man.
This is well done.
That
done, man.
was solid, right? You know
That
what I'm
was
saying?
good. That was good.
I feel like that.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.